Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the CEO of Concordance Academy, Danny Ludeman.
Okay. This is quite a turnout. We're going to have a lot of fun tonight. And I appreciate you letting me make a few comments here. I know that everybody's trying to eat. I was kind of amazed how quiet it got when the Reverend said the prayer. But tonight, I just can't thank each of you enough for being with us. My heart, when I look around the crowd, seeing so many good friends, acquaintances, is just overwhelmed right now with gratitude. And I just can't possibly begin to explain just how much it means to me that you all are here to support us. I want to just share briefly with you the reason that I became involved in this effort. And I think most of you know that I've made a decision to devote the rest of my life to helping these individuals. And so I just want to share a little bit of what this problem is all about. So throughout the United States today, in urban centers and small towns all over this country, there are 100 million individuals that are struggling from the enormous impact of mass incarceration. This is, without a doubt, one of the greatest societal issues of our time. Each of these individuals is created in God's image. Now, after serving their sentence and paying their debt to society, they re-enter society with great optimism. I've talked to so many of these individuals, and they come out with this great desire to want to change. But unfortunately, when they return to society, they're ostracized, they're belittled, feared, and in most cases just invisible. They also face enormous obstacles. They have no jobs, no housing, no support, no hope. With many struggling with issues such as substance use disorder, trauma and mental health conditions, limited education, and employment skills. And all of these individuals face the huge stigma and prejudice of being a felon. They literally wear this huge scarlet letter F on their forehead every day. Now just think for a moment about the worst thing you've ever done in your entire life. Now imagine that worst thing you've ever done becomes a part of your resume for life. Telling everyone, employers, landlords, educational institutions, over and over again for the rest of your life. Now, these millions of individuals want what we all want. They want a chance to live joyful, productive lives with their loved ones. And unfortunately, there are only a handful of organizations across the country that are trying to assist this population. And typically, these organizations provide a single service, severely underfunded, because this is not a cause people wish to support. And in St. Louis, we're very blessed to have several organizations with us here tonight that are sitting at the Star table. I don't know where that is because the room's dark, but if you'll stand up just so everybody can acknowledge you. There we go. Thank you very much. So this combination of substantial need on one hand for these services and lack of community support on the other has resulted in this astonishing fact that 77% of individuals, both men and women, who return, who are released, return to prison within a 3 to 5 year time frame. Just let that sink in for a minute, 77%. So the 4,100 people that are released to the greater St. Louis region every single year, which means about 3,500 will be returning back to prison in 3 to 5 years. And what's just incredulous is this number has not changed, it hasn't budged in the last 30 years, which in my opinion is criminal. That's why I decided to get involved. This is just devastating millions of families, it's destroying entire communities, and it's increasing dramatically to increase crime. And so how do we solve this problem? How do we solve this huge problem? Should we continue to pretend it's not there? Continue to believe it's too complex a problem to solve? Or maybe assume that these people are just unredeemable? Do we continue to expand the handful of service providers, or continue to expect the handful of service providers to bear this entire load on themselves? Or perhaps we should imagine a new kind of solution, a new kind of organization, one that's built from the ground up, brick by brick, on a strong foundation of only providing services that have been proven scientifically to be effective. A place that provides all these evidence-driven services under one roof. Services such as cognitive and relationship therapy, substance use disorder, both inpatient and outpatient, mental health treatment, education and job readiness curriculum, housing and employment. So what if an organization could be created where services actually begin in prison 6 months before these individuals are released, and then continue for another 12 months after release? Where individuals, while they're still incarcerated, are thoroughly assessed by talented clinicians to design a customized, holistic plan for each participant, treating the many issues that this population faces. Now imagine for just a moment you have clinicians and educators working in the prisons alongside our chaplain, who you just heard from, and a lawyer for both spiritual and legal services. Imagine each individual has a safe, affordable home to return upon release, where housing has already been secured for them. A place where community coordinators actually pick up these individuals upon release and ensure that they have food, clothes, identification, bus passes. Now imagine for a moment a place that has made an appointment while they're still incarcerated with a primary care doctor to establish an ongoing medical relationship. And actually, the community support specialist will drive this individual to their first appointment the week they're released. What if this place also had their own employment agency with hundreds of contracts with employers in the region, where every single person upon release had a full-time job earning a living wage, where job coaches work with them daily to make sure they're succeeding and giving them in-the-moment feedback. And imagine a place that secured hundreds of support teams, hundreds of volunteers in the community that can love them and teach them life skills. And a place that provides family programs that can reunite moms and dads, sons and daughters, ending the perpetual cycle of the 10 million children in this country who have a parent incarcerated, by ending the cycle of having this person, this child, going to prison themselves. And then finally imagine a place that will reduce reincarceration rates by 33% in the first 3 years of operation, and then 50% thereafter. Well, you don't have to imagine a place like this anymore. This isn't a hypothetical situation. This organization exists today. It's what we've been building for the last year, and it's called the Concordance Academy of Leadership.